I'm kind of very interested in the different approaches and the mindset work. And when I see somebody able to reinvent themselves the way you have and kind of like reach higher levels, and you're one of those fighters who has figured out the ability to sort of turn things around. And I mean that not only during the fight, but also between fights. So after like an excruciating loss, let's say like that first loss to Conor or the loss to Khabib, you're like, you can tell that you're like devastated, right? You're there and you're clearly like you've worked so hard towards this goal. But then after that, you seem to be able to turn it around and find a way to sort of come back to the best version of yourself for the next fight. You don't let it bring you down like a lot of guys. You see a lot of people like negative momentum. You don't seem to be, you seem to have figured out how to turn the adversity around into sort of like learning from it and reaching a higher level. I just want, is this something you train? Is this something that you're aware of? Or is it something that was just naturally, you've always been like that?
It's something I learned over the years of competing. I'd be lying if I didn't say that days after defeats like that, I don't have down days, I definitely do. But I know what's always made me feel better is getting back in the gym, working on things, like just submerging myself in work and drowning out everything. That's always made me feel better. So that's just what I've been doing my whole career. That's honestly that the Khabib loss was one of the toughest ones for me because obviously it's for the world championship and I lost, but I had hip surgery right after. So I had a long period of time where over 8 weeks where I couldn't walk. I couldn't put any weight on my leg because I had hip surgery and I wasn't able to do what I normally do after losses, which is just jump in the gym, work 2 a days, drown out all the thoughts, all the noise, just try to get better. So that one was one, like, that was a mental hurdle I had to get over after that loss.
Yeah. And so I'm curious because I remember that fight very well. And a lot of people think that you've come the closest to beating Khabib. You had him in that guillotine that even he said was extremely deep. And then, so a lot of people will say, oh, like it's a technical thing. Like so I wonder, like when you go back to the gym after, is it really a technical thing? Or is it really like, look, man, it was just, everything's going 100 miles an hour. The guy's an animal. It's like the cardio is going all over the place. Is it really sometimes like cleaning up the technique, or is it just, there's just a lot more going on than people realize?
It's both of those for sure. Things are going 1,000 miles an hour. You are sweaty. You are exhausted. Most of the time you're bleeding. You're in an uncomfortable position, but a small flaw in technique will stop something from being a submission that finishes a fight or be a submission that gets you put in a bad position, But we do go back to the gym and try to work on the things right after fights like that. What could I've done better to stop him from getting my back or finish the choke that I had on him? It's all in the details, man.
And I wonder how much you guys can replicate that kind of adversity in the gym without sort of breaking down the body.
We break the body down. We break the body down. Oh yeah, we push hard, man. We push hard.